Okay, and we are back. So, let's go talk to Hunter Woman again. What's she gonna say this time? I've always heard alligators roam big city sewers. Was there perhaps a misunderstanding? The only reptiles I've seen here are turtles. I shot one and felt no satisfaction. How will I fill my appetite? By fighting me! Later on, somewhere down the line. Let's keep going. Oh, what's up there? That looks kind of fancy. Shark man? I just guessed, looking at you, I don't think I've ever seen you. I am here to ensure that any fish that accidentally swim here via pipes shall be safely escorted off the premises. If I catch anyone attempting to harm or catch any fish here, they shall meet the wrath of my shark boomerang. Ooh, what is up there? Shaboan. Hey, do you have any idea where I am? I just dripped off the ceiling and plopped into existence like 3 minutes ago. We are in tier 3, my friend. I think I'll leave that for later. I also remember that I've got a room in tier 1 which I never explored, so maybe I do explore that after tier 3 as well. And that just might be a secret stage like the one in tier 2, which has an energy element. But for now, 141st place. Suzy Love by Moony Moon with an overall score of 39.80. Suzy Love. Oh boy. Huh. The maximum trickster. Oh boy, we're already beginning. I went immediately to violence again. Suzy, hey, how you going? That's a new way to say that. I am Suzy. Heck, we are all Suzy. Suzy Woozy. Feel free to talk to us. So you're not going to be enemies, are you? Heard there was a contest going on. Sounds neat. I hope I look good enough. What is the song? Oh, hello, gunslingers. I'll be interested to look in the soundtrack later to see if I recognize this, because the back melody almost feels somewhat familiar. Holy! That's a lot of Suzys! What? Hello? Oh! Do you hurt me? Anyway, we are like a hive mind. I think we always think the same thing, move in the same direction. Ah! I didn't even see the snakey. I was too focused on... Wait. Oh, that's really cool. Huh. Using them as platforms? Neat idea. Been fighting a lot? Fighting what, you ask? Oh, you know, the same as, you know, if you think about it, we got a snake. Problem? Ah, this reminds me of that level, water level I played where the whales were used as platforms. Here we have Suzy's as platforms. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I like where this is going. No reason to go here, is there? So the question is, right or down? What's right? What's down? That Suzy went to space. Are you coming back? So what is down? Oh. Okay, not that way. So that is just boats. Can I even make that jump? I can. So it is down. Okay. Alright, Suzy's. Up we go. So is that a block then? No, that's just background. Okay, let's use the same gaming principle. Go left first. Token. Not threatening a hot dog, huh? What are you gonna say? Thanks scaring this guy off. He was making a real scene. I would be fine enough if he had never come here, but now things are a little better because you did show up. Don't you find that kinda neat? I do. Oh, so if you pick up an E-Tank while full on E-Tanks, it just heals you. That's a nice touch. Do I need that Suzy? I feel like I do. Are you coming back? Suzy? Getting on that is kind of awkward, unless I come from here, but... What about... Oh, don't attack the Suzy. No. Hit the block. Oh... Thunder Beam surely would destroy it? Okay, okay. Ooh... There's a lot of Joes down there. Are you coming back? You're not coming back, are you? Hello? I'm stranded! No! Do the Joe dance! Okay. Those are just pits. Okay, see you later, Joes. What? Okay, I'll Oh, you're not meant to just disappear. What the hell? What is going on in that big room? That's quite good. I hope that refilled Rush Jet. Do I just jump on it here? The good thing is you can just respawn it. Really? Get out of here. Oh, and then I can't go through it. I cannot get on you! Suzy! Okay, we're doing this again. See you later. Oh, please be enough. Oh no. Oh no! A random checkpoint mid-air, sure. We made it though. Barely, but we did. Up. Down. Okay. Big snakey. Ah, yeah. Alright. Take me across. Wait, why am I attacking them? What is that weird block? Wait, you want me to slide through? You're insane. Okay! That did not feel comfortable, okay? That really didn't. Wait, I'm going down. Ah. Hey, how about a joke? Why does the Suzy cross the road over and over and over again? That's what it was programmed to do, right? I hope it helps. Oh, you have to time the right. Did I miss a token? I'm gonna say potentially, so... Considering we had one just above, maybe not. But you know, curiosity is gonna kill me one day, but I have to know. I knew it! I'm good! Haha! You cannot hide from me, treasure. Okay, Suzy, don't block the snakey, please. Oh, can I talk to you? No. You do. Ah! That is just... Yeah, messing around and getting squished. That was definitely not part of the plan. Ay ay ay. That was shocking actually. What? Okay, good to know you can walk through there. What do you say? How are you? Lots of snakes down here. They're mean, but they're kinda cute anyway, don't you think? Make sure we catch up my ride. Let's go see what's to the left. You are blinking fast. They have way more HP than normal. Normally it takes 3 shots to take them out. Takes a bit more here. At least I think there's 3. That death was so silly. Is there anything to the left? Why is there a platform down there? Okay. So, down we go. Left again. I'm worried. There's the boss gate. Okay. So for a change, did you do the trick to the right? Okay. So okay, so that's where it is. So that's something good enough. You're not gonna talk to me, are you? I don't want to get squished here, though. That Suzy down there will talk to me. Hi, this is kind of weird, I know. I haven't been very well. I'm sure it's a manageable issue, so you don't have to worry about me. I appreciate you bothering to come here, though, even though you probably just wanted the token out there. That's fine. If you ask me, did you stay in the same room as a token on purpose, so that I would see you and come talk to you? I would probably look silly if I said no. I don't want to bring you down in the middle of the contest, though. I'm fine, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for sticking around. There's a lot of dialogue in this stage. There we go, then. No checkpoint. I mean, no checkpoint because it's a bloody short stage. It's just spirals left, right, and center all the time. It is literally just falling. And yeah, I'm already here. That's why there's no checkpoint. Okay, so we do want to drop off the Suzy. Unless I want to slide under that huge one, but I don't think I do, so... Our dad doesn't like you. Well, that's not very nice. What did I do? Okay, I thought I was dying again, I'm not gonna lie. So it isn't the end of the stage just yet. What's up? Something got cut off. Okay. Oh, hello. That was quite a weak snakey, so... Right? Or left? Right, surely. And up. So... Oh, it's just gonna be the big Suzy again, isn't it? It's just gonna be the big Suzy fight. It's such a... It has to be the big Suzy. His pet snakes? That's what they are. Because he's a snake, get it? No. Never mind. Is it gonna be big snakey of some kind? It is just a big Suzy. Whoa. At this point I could be looking for a weakness, because I've forced the big Suzy many times. But still, it feels kind of satisfying fighting you boss around me, so... That's why I'm doing it still. There we go. It's perfectly fine to not have a custom boss, because that really fit the whole feeling of the stage. That was Suzy Love, right? Yeah. Let's see what the judges thought of it. Mick, 38. Oh, glasses came off. Okay, Let me see if I've got the plot straight. We've just met a friendly Suzy hive mind who actively encouraged us to talk to them throughout the level about various mundane things. Their dad is a giant Suzy who doesn't like you for some reason and has a bunch of unruly pet snakes. Considering the level's called Suzy Love, my first instinct is that we have an overprotective dad on our hands. Especially considering his hive mind of kids seems particularly eager for conversation. Maybe? I'm gonna be frank, I have no idea what's actually going on here. I didn't expect to be saying any of these sentences and I'm very confused. As for the actual level, while I like the concept of friendly Suzys, about time they start paying their dues, they don't really do a lot. Their interest level peaks with the first token. After that it's pretty much just ride the Suzy until you need to jump off. And if you miss, well, better hope you have Jet and or Magnet Energy Beam, maybe the occasional bike. It's an alright idea, but it needs far more variety and also to be a bit less awkwardly punishing. As for the rest of the level's denizens, they're all just there. I barely remember any of the enemy encounters that didn't relate to the weird plot, which isn't helped by the large, non-existent and slightly broken visuals. Overall, this is a very bizarre nothing level. Jin, or 28. I have many questions, none of which I'm sure have straight answers. In all seriousness, this level is just odd, to the point where I'm a little unsure on what to make of it. The whole idea of using Suzys as platforms is an interesting idea at first glance, but there's only so much you can do with what's essentially a small, fast platform that can only move from side to side, since the up and down variant would likely crush you more often than not. That said, they still probably could have worked with a few supporting gimmicks. The dust blocks in particular had the potential to make things more interesting, but they're only used once in the whole stage, since the main gimmick is so bare bones on its own. Most of the level essentially amounts to a series of basic platforming segments with some precision jumps / falls if you're going for the tokens. It feels like the core concept is there but wasn't fleshed out fully, which is always a bit disheartening to see. There's not even much more to the stage beyond that, aside from some strange aesthetic choices such as water tiles being used as solid ground and some glaring functionality issues to go with them. There's a spot near the last token where you can get above the ceiling of the next segment along with phasing through what should be solid tiles. That's when I went across in the nearly last room, probably that's what shit is talking about. Which is very easy to stumble across even by accident. There's also the Suzy NPCs whose positions get offset when you talk to them from the opposite direction. I did notice that one of the Suzy just changed direction. I didn't comment on it, but I did pick up on that. Then again, that's not the most confusing thing about them. I usually don't account for flavor text and lore in reviews, so this is more of an idle observation than anything. But most of the Suzy's dialogue was straight up bizarre. It was almost a little unnerving in some aspect, such as that hive mind comment, to the point where I was wondering if the stage was going to take a dark turn later on. Of course, there's no big twist or anything like that. This is just a rather strange but ultimately basic level. Hachi, 52. Ride on the Air of Love. An odd premise of building a level where you're given the ability to ride on the Suzys. The way the level uses this, it's somewhat awkward. With how fast the Suzys move and how you are stuck with a one-tile platform throughout the ride, that doesn't really allow for a whole lot of complexity and variety. As a result, the challenge progression throughout the level feels bumpy and non-natural. When each time a Suzy type maneuvering is demanded, it's one quick fall to spike you doom if you aren't careful. Trying to slide through a one-tile gap on one of these things is tense. I'm glad it's only really required to do on one occasion. It does feel bloody satisfying pulling it off, but not comfortable. The rest of the level is just random Suzy NPCs, I guess, which I really don't have a comment about. Doesn't really add to the design of the level, just strange. The graphics aren't much to write home about. Non-coherent theming of tilesets that seems to change every room, with bare minimum amount of background decoration. The music is definitely love-struck, but not exactly fitting for an action-filled platforming Blue Bomber game. Lashman, 43. I don't even know where to start with this one. Maybe I had fun, I laughed a few times, enjoyed the creativity of a couple screens, and got swept up in the surreal experience of mistaking this 8-bit rendition of They Might Be Giants, Sapphire Bullets of Pure Love, for a cover of Our City's Dental Care. Everybody wants a rockman to win the piece of... to wind the piece of floss around. This level confuses me on every level. Scatterbrain, that's the word. There's almost a unified theme, almost a coherent narrative, almost a sense of flow to the gameplay, but something always gets in the way. The end of the level is a good example. The last NPC tells a joke that doesn't offer any closure to the story, and to me it doesn't make any sense. Suzy's happy to friendly the whole time, but now we inexplicably need to fight one? The boss music is in a different style that doesn't fit with They Might Be Our City. Anything that isn't a Snakey or a Suzy never sticks around long enough to feel like a meaningful part of the level. NPCs break the 4-4 in a way that makes me wonder if it's the dialogue writer, not the characters, trying to communicate with me. Each area feels like it was constructed in isolation and then attached to the rest of the level wherever it would fit. I like the mini-boss fights. Any token challenge of Suzy platforms, which should really be indestructible, is actually pretty decent. By my standards, Sniper Joes are used correctly. Thinking that Dr. Wily created those Suzys I got a good chuckle out of. Oh, that doesn't like you. In retrospect, maybe that was referring to the boss? I was going to prolong this review by thinking of another song reference to Shoehorn, the kind of tea, but it's old and it's totally over now. Finally, Ace 38. I think the level is best exemplified by introduction of the main gimmick to the level. The Titulia Suzys, it is barely functional, somewhat confusing, feeling just plain wrong, with a smidge of random instant death out of nowhere. The Suzys seem to get stuck on invisible blocks, warp around the room, and can inexplicably crush the player. Hey, it happened to me, as I was messing around. In certain rooms they can permanently despawn, yep, leaving the player stranded and forcing suicide. Further hampering things is the unfinished nature of the graphics and tile work. This means that conveyance is non-existent, including movements where the player has multiple paths but does not know where to go. Due to the background being black at all times, there is no difference between a pit and the path you are meant to travel down. There are virtually no enemies in the stage other than the two mid-bosses, which are simply time wasters, and the room layout with these enemies is poorly thought out, making avoiding damage very difficult. Outside of these two encounters, there is no challenge to the level. The boss certainly exists and is 100% expected. Kinda wish that Daddy Suzy at least had a sprite edit. Think of it, give Papa a moustache. If this review sounds negative, well, I didn't dislike playing this. I did like the idea you had going with the gimmick of the stage, but it was just poorly executed. It does have charm in its own way. It's one of the few stages of this contest to manage to maintain its charm in spite of the large numbers of NPCs, mostly down to some not cringe-worthy writing. But charm doesn't carry too far when the stage it's a part of is merely just below average. Yeah, it's not going to be a memorable stage, although I did enjoy the concept of riding Suzy, similarly how we had the whales from a previous contest entry. But it is just a one-tile enemy, so there isn't that much you can do, and we only had the left and right ones here, so it probably did need some sort of gimmicks to try to create some decent and maybe original challenges, but it's not a bad stage. Super short, and yeah, a lot of dialogue, which was okay, I suppose. With that said, I'm going to take a quick refreshing pause and I'll be right back.